Weekend Double with Gerald Contreras and Nick Sievers. Weekend Double. Wow, we have an intro now. How do you like that? Welcome to No Filter Network. This is Weekend Double. I'm Gerald. That's Nick. And we're on here on a special Memorial Day Monday version of Weekend Double. We have a couple of really nice races today from Santa Anita, the Hollywood Gold Cup, and the Shoemaker Mile. Welcome, Nick.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Here's a sheet for the Hollywood Gold Cup. It's a field of 5, I believe. Yeah, field of 5.
Yep.
And like I said, it's a mile and a quarter on the dirt. So in this race, are you leaning towards one horse? Are you looking to beat the favorite, Royal
Yeah,
Ship?
I mean, so when we started this, I had told you that I was going to be very chalky and I wasn't going to, I was going to go Royal Ship here. I'm still leaning Royal Ship as the most likely winner. It doesn't give me much hope in this bet. I'm pulling up the doubles here because the favorite here to the favorite of the next is paying $4 for two, so it's 2 to 1. I don't find much fun in doing that, and there's so much that can go wrong in a two horses back to back like that. So for wagering purposes, I'm looking at Defunded, who is paying $26 to the favorite of the next race for $2, and Stiletto Board, the 5, paying $11 to the favorite of the next race. So those two kind of give me at least a little hope of making some money in this one. But 4 or 5 would be kind of the way I'd play this race. I would definitely be singling Royal Ship
Okay.
in a horizontal
Wow.
like that.
Oh,
In
yeah,
the
you're right.
doubles
It
because of
is.
the payout being so small, it really just does. If you want to cash a ticket, I think Royal Ship into the next race, there's no value. But if you are looking to get 2 to 1 on your money, not the worst bet you can make, but not really something I would do. I'd probably not play in this race. If I do, it's going to be to try and make a bigger hit than $4 on my $2 bet.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a double, a daily double in the 4th and 5th, but I'm not gonna use Royal Ship. I'm gonna like I said, I don't like the odds, and I'm gonna lean towards Stiletto Boy, and then my kind of a long shot in this race is the one that Irad's on. There goes Harvard. So kind of hoping for some luck there. I'm leaning more on the jockey than anything else. I'm kind of hoping for some trouble up front, but I just there's not going to be much of a payoff if Royal Ship wins this one, and then we have another favorite in the next one. So that's where I'm going to be doing in this race. Let's take a look
Yep.
at the 5th race. The 1 mile Shoemaker Mile. I believe it's another field of it's a field of 6.
6 this time. Yep.
Number 2, Count Again with Irad Ortiz aboard.
This is one that if you've watched us at all, I love these horses that are on the turf going East Coast to West Coast. This one last ran the Maker's Mark Million at Keeneland, ran 6, wasn't very good. Smooth Like Straight, who's the 5 horse here, ran 3rd there. But it does have a few races here at Santa Anita. A mile at the Thunder Road and a mile on the Frank Gilmore early February and March of this year, and won both of them with some big numbers. Your friend Irad Ortiz is hopping on this one. I believe this is the reason Irad is showing up, though he's never ridden this one, so that's probably not true. This is an interesting one as well. 5 to 2, 7-year-old gelding. This one's just going to keep running. I'm interested in this one as well.
Yeah, I think he's going to get a pace to run at, and he's shown some late closing speed. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going to be using this horse in my double. And like you said, I do love Irad, so I'm hoping for a nice fast pace and have him come running late. So who do you like in this race? If you're singling, and then kind of a mid long shot.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm going to play With a pick six, which would start in this race, I'm going to go single, smooth like straight. For the purposes of our show with a double, I'm going to do the number four in the first race. Oh, I forgot its name already. Uh, Defunded, who's currently sitting at 10-1, into smooth like straight, the five horse in the second race here. So it'd be the four with the five for $2 would pay 26. I think that's there's some value there. I would play it for a pretty small dollar amount because I don't have a lot of faith in it. Um, and then I don't see any way of making this thing really pay. Even with a pick three starting in the first in the Gold Cup, going into race six, there's just not much there. So I'd play a little double here, and then hope for smooth like straight in the Shoemaker to single and the pick six.
Yeah, in this fourth and fifth, I'm gonna do a couple of doubles. I'm gonna do a longer shot double, both with Irad Ortiz. I'm gonna go with the one, there goes Harvard in the fourth, and then I'm gonna go with two, count again in the fifth, hoping for that uh pace meltdown and hoping this horse can come running late. So that's kind of my longer shot. I think it should pay decent. And then if I'm trying to hit it, I'm going to go with the two Royal Ship and five Stiletto Boy in the fourth. Pretty obvious. And then in the fifth, I'm going to go with the three Haywood's Beach and the five Smooth Like Straight. And maybe I'll try and pound that since it's only a $4 option. I'm going to look and see what they pay and maybe hope that the higher one comes in. But I'm going to kind of pound that one because this just feels really chalky to me. But I'm taking a shot with that Irad double. I'm not playing the pick six today. I thought about it. I got in kind of late, looked at it. That seventh or eighth race, I can't remember which one it is. It's kind of scaring me, and I don't really have the budget for it. So I'm just going to stick to those two doubles for this race.
Professionals over here. Look at this. We don't want to show you all the nonsense on there. We got to get you just when you got to see the important parts.
And they're off in the Hollywood Gold Cup. Smooth beginning. Stiletto Boy is asked for early speed and takes the lead. Spielberg's up close. Defunded moves up to claim second. And now it's Stiletto Boy and Defunded who will come through the stretch together for the first time. Royal Ship is 3 lengths off the pace in third, followed by Spielberg, and there goes Harvard at the back of the field. Abel Cedillo puts Defunded on the front end. Stiletto Boy will track him from second. Royal Ship kept well off the rail third and 5 lengths off the lead. There goes Harvard is down on the inside and 2 more back to Spielberg. They're coming to the 6 furlong pole, and Defunded is in hand, leading the way by a length. Stiletto Boy second by 3. Royal Ship joined at the rail by There Goes Harvard, who's 4 lengths off the pace. Another couple back to Spielberg. They're running past the 5/8 pole, and Defunded, cruising along on the front end, has it by a length and a half now to Stiletto Boy in second. Royal Ship continues in third. There goes Harvard down at the rail. Another 3 back to Spielberg. There's been no change in the running order. Around the far turn in the Hollywood Gold Cup, Defunded by a length. Stiletto Boy set down, trying to go after him now in second. Royal Ship has 3 to make up. There goes Harvard is down at the rail, and Spielberg. A quarter of a mile to go, and Defunded digging in. Stiletto Boy has the reins shaken at him. There goes Harvard. Royal Ship to the outside. 3/16 of a mile to go for Defunded, who leads it by a length. There goes Harvard running a giant race and coming to him. Royal Ship, Stiletto Boy drops out. A 16th to go. There goes Harvard is up to take the lead from Defunded. And it's There Goes Harvard to win the Hollywood Gold Cup by just over a length. Defunded was second. Royal Ship third. Stiletto Boy finished fourth.
Well, that's why I like Irad.
Nice call.
So, I don't have my
Exactly, is going to pay. So one with
two.
$79 for a $2 bet.
Oh, good. I got a $5 spot there. So 8-1. Wow.
Yeah.
Over defunded who you liked. See, there we go again. The
Yep.
horse I like with the horse you like.
$78 exacta there.
How much was that exacta?
78 for $2.
Wow. That's pretty nice for a
Yeah.
5-horse field. Maybe we should have been playing exactas.
Yeah, I mean, we had, your even money one. Apparently, the even money Royal Ship ran third, and Stiletto Boy just did not do anything. So I guess he finished fourth, but it didn't look like he was going to be much of a presence there. I mean, so you get those two out, and you get an 8-1, a 19-1, and a 5-1 left on the board. So you can buy any of those, which we did with the 1-4. I mean, it's a good play.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, race 4
Yeah.
is done. The first of our double. And is your double dead then?
Yep.
Your double dead. Okay, so I have just count again in the 5th race, and I'm waiting for this. Has this race gone official? I think it has.
I thought it did. Yeah. Yep, prices have moved. So let me pull up your will page here. Your will pay to the 2 is $79.
But
Yeah,
it's
well, and
fine.
that's the other part of this is that
Go ahead.
with that luck that you have to make sure that when you have an opinion, like I do on occasion, right? Like I had an opinion in this last in the Gold Cup, and I was wrong, and that's okay because I'm wrong this time. When you're right, when you make those opinions, is when you want to make sure that you're playing it and you're playing it correctly. And so when you are, you don't have to play every race. And that's the beauty of this is that there's nobody saying you have to play. You can look at 20 races and decide you're going to play in one of them. And that's the one that you're like, this is my strongest opinion. And if your strongest opinion is 3-1 and you think it should be 4-5, well, then you get paid 3-1 on a horse that you think should win every time. And so those are the times that you really want to, instead of paying $2 here, $2 there, you play a $20 win bet there. And then all of a sudden you can pay for yourself to play, 30 more races because you won at 3-1. So that's definitely the way that I like about this game is you pick where you pick the spots where you have your strongest opinions and you make your bets. Why I like tournaments so much is you find the 2 or 3 races in a tournament that you really, really have an opinion on, and you fire your whole bankroll at it. And if you're right, you see yourself jump up from 8th to 1st or 22nd to 3rd, because if you're right about your opinion, nobody else is, then you get paid. You want to make those opinions with a price, right? So like in this last race where we didn't want, like we were both like, oh, Royal Ship's got a really good shot. We don't want to really play Royal Ship. So neither one of us played it for a whole bunch of money, but what we did do was we played against the favorite, and we played against Stiletto Boy, who neither one of us seemed to really have a real strong opinion on. And then all of a sudden, well, if either of those ones don't fire, and both of them didn't, then you get yourself into there goes Harvard, where 8-1, and now you're live on a big double that is just as likely to come in now because now you have a favorite who you do like, or a second choice, I guess, in this space. We'll see.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they're loading it
I'm gonna
now,
put
it
the
looks like.
audio. I'm gonna put the audio on. You probably
I won't
can't
tell you that
hear
I'm
it
rooting
yet 'cause I'm
against your
trying to.
double, but
Outside.
I'm definitely rooting against your double after this.
And they're off in the Shoemaker Mile. Dance Samo is hustled pretty hard, smooth like straight. Those two stride for stride. Haywood's Beach comes away in 3rd. Then Restrained Vengeance, Master of Foxhound's 5th. And Count Again will do his best running later. Into the first turn, and Dance Samo shows the way, leads it by a length. Flavien Prat will track on Smooth Like Straight, who's just 3/4 back in 2nd, racing in hand. A gap of 4. Back to Haywood's Beach, getting a little bit closer in 3rd, and Master of Foxhounds hugs the rail in 4th. Then Restrained Vengeance, and Count Again covered up at the back of a field that's getting compact. heading toward the half-mile pole. Dance Samo is the target. Leads it by about a neck. Smooth Like Straight is in second. Restrained Vengeance 3 wide. Haywood's Beach between them, and Master of Foxhounds on the rail. And then Count Again at the back has 4 to make up. Smooth Like Straight quickly puts away Dance Samo and sets sail. Smooth Like Straight suddenly 3 lengths in front. And from the back of the field, Count Again takes up the chase. These two square off in the Shoemaker Mile. Smooth Like Straight, a 2-length lead. Count Again bearing down though, and he's right to him with a furlong left to go and goes by. Count Again. Irad Ortiz Jr. is putting on a show today as Count Again streaks home in the Shoemaker Mile. Smooth Like Straight second. Master of Foxhounds third. Haywood's Beach finished fourth.
And that's how you play the weekend double, folks. Irad Ortiz.
That is wow.
That was pretty impressive.
We were right about our pace projection there, where we thought that it was going to be fast. Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw that
horse that was out of the lead, I didn't expect Dance Some More to be out there. It was Dance Some More. Yep. I'll pull it up here. Now that I was looking at it again, I mentioned that we had 3 Phil D'Amatos running there, and one of them was the one pushing the pace. The 4 horses of D'Amato who was pushing the pace pretty strong. So that makes a lot more sense to have 3 of them in there and have Count Again come to close. So that was a good call on thinking that was going to be a closer for closers.
Well, I didn't notice that. I just noticed that there was front running types.
The 3 had was coming off the dirt, and I expected that one to be the one that was actually going to be pushing the pace here. So I was a little shocked, but then, like we said, we just talked about, well, look, you have 3. We wanted to go back and look at what we just talked about, what we expected to have happen, right? You called it exactly as you thought was going to happen. What happened? I thought that Smooth Like Straight would be able to sit off of a fast pace and close and have no issues. So I don't feel bad about the opinion I had, because I think that it set up the way I expected it to. It was a little faster. I think Pratt thought he had a little bit more horse than what he did. He sits off a little bit further. I bet he's able to go, and he's not really too worried about it. So I do wonder, looking again at that, having 3 of the same trainer in there does make a difference. And I think it happens a lot in all tracks, but I think here, especially where you have, horse closing in a rabbit, I think it makes a big difference here.
Yeah, and so that's the kind of the things that you see after the fact. That's the stuff we have to try and identify before the race. But you made a good point.
Yep.
D'Amato had a rabbit in there. We didn't really notice. Well, going by his style, I didn't think that would be the one. Like you said, I thought it would be yeah. So, but I thought there would be pace, and I took a shot with Count Again. Actually, my real shot was in the 4th race with trying to think. There Goes Harvard. That was my real shot. I thought the 2 in this race had a decent shot.
Yep.
But it paid off. What is that? That's dollar bet.
79 for 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it paid 50 to 1.
Yep. So I mean, that is type of things I think that like we were talking about just a few minutes ago, where if you have an opinion, and in this case, you had the opinion that Count Again had a legitimate shot, and in the first race, you thought There Goes Harvard, not a great shot, but you believe it could win. Mainly because, not mainly, one of the keys being Irad Ortiz coming in and hopping on that horse. And so that's an angle that's worth playing if you have that strong of an opinion, right? So betting something like that pays well enough. What we had talked about before, playing the Stiletto Boy or Royal Ship into Smooth Like Straight, there was no value there. There's no money to be made that was worth it if one of them doesn't run. And in this case, in that first race, Royal Ship and Stiletto Boy both don't run. So I think Smooth Like Straight ran in this race and he ran okay, got beat, and that's an okay opinion to have because that one gets beat. But in this case, you put two very logical things together here, and it paid off, at 40-1, which is not that's what you want to have happen in horse racing because you lose so often. And so often you're making the wrong choice. You're making the wrong who's going to win the race. So that when you are right, you got to make it that you get paid correctly to pay for your bad picks.
So you just got to take a few shots, and I did. It came out good today. I hit the weekend double here on nofilter.net. It was two good races. I enjoyed those two. I think what really helped me too was the size of the fields. I think the size of the field in that first race really helped me. And then of course Irad, he was money. Irad was our weekend double guy today. So good races, Nick. Again, we're going to try and do the weekend double every weekend when possible, when our schedules allow. I made a few bucks, made a couple $100. Well, about 100 and probably 165 or so. So I'll take that. And check the schedule on nofilter.net for our weekend double. I'm planning on doing a Belmont show, right, Nick? You're going to be available for that. So we'll do a Belmont preview sometime the week before, probably Thursday, early evening, late afternoon is the most logical time, and then we'll be live for the Belmont as well. So stay tuned. Nick, any final words?
I'm going to start listening to you more. Stop having my own opinions. I'll just wait until you come on here and be like, "Hey, Gerald, what jock do you like in this race?" I'll play that one. That's the one that I was going to go with too.
Thanks again for joining. Enjoy the rest of your trip, Nick. And I'll talk to you soon. Everybody else, thank you for watching Weekend Double on nofilter.net. Good night, everybody.